All right, everyone, before I begin, I just want to let you know that I am a police officer. So I expect you all to treat me with respect because I'm a police officer. And I want you all to be on your best behavior, and I don't want to see anyone drinking any alcoholic beverages. Excuse me, sir, does that have alcohol in it?
Apple juice.
Damn right. How about you?
Rum and Coke.
Why would you drink alcohol in the presence of a police officer? Have you lost your mind?
Fuck the police.
Guys, I'm just kidding. I'm not actually a cop. That was just part of my comedy routine. But I had you going. Some of you were freaking out. This guy's like, oh shit, he's a cop? I better hide my beer. That's what he was thinking. Oh, anyway, so Halloween's right around the corner, right, guys? Yeah. So because of that, I decided today I'd wear my Halloween costume. You like it? Yeah. I had some options, I was thinking, should I wear my pirate costume? Okay. Or should I wear my vampire costume? But ultimately, I decided to wear my inbred Prince Harry costume. You guys like my inbred Prince Harry costume? I worked hard on it, so thank you. But anyway, so in other news, recently I got to do a comedy show at an elementary school. That's right, they had a comedy show for kids, and I got to perform at it. Now, if you're familiar with my material, you know that obviously I had to edit my routines to make them appropriate for kids. So I was doing that. I was looking over one of my routines, and this one routine, it had a lot of big dick jokes in it. I was like, okay, I don't want to use those jokes for the kids. I took a pencil and I crossed out all the big dick jokes, okay? And I replaced them with little dick jokes for kids, Because I remember when I was a kid, I had a really small ding-dong, so I figured kids would relate to that better. No, the comedy show, it was a huge success. I mean, the kids loved it. They were rolling on the floor laughing, okay? But you know who didn't like it? The teachers. They weren't real fond of it. They weren't laughing. They were just kind of standing there scowling. But I didn't do the show for the teachers. I did it for the kids. So it was a good show based on that. But anyways, when I was doing the show at the elementary school, it reminded me of when I was a kid in school, okay? So when I went to school with a bunch of inner city kids, And those inner city kids, they're rough, And I wasn't an inner city kid. I mean, you can tell just by looking at me. I was an outer city kid, still am. But anyway, those inner city kids, at first, they pushed me around a little bit. But eventually, they came to, respect me and, treat me as one of their own. Not literally, I couldn't actually become an inner city kid. That's physically impossible. But they treated me kind of like I was part of them. And they even, get this will blow your mind. Those inner city kids, they even gave me permission to say a word. A really bad word. Probably no one should say this word ever, unless you have permission from the inner city kids, which I do. So I'm going to say the word right now. You ready? Here it goes. Pussy willow. What a terrible word, right? I bet a bunch of you wish you could say that word. But you can't, unless you have permission from the inner city kids, like I do. But anyway, it got real quiet in here, but ready for you. That's about all I wanted to talk about today, but I'm Stewart Pidfellow. I'll see you next time.